guys, it's been way too long, but I have finally had the time to sit down and record a video for you guys. I know I haven't even recorded and posted my November reading wrap up yet. This is definitely the latest I've ever done it before, but these past couple weeks have just been so crazy with the lockdown and everything. Unfortunately, I am out of work again, but at least looking at the positive side, I have another couple of weeks so I can try to hit my Goodreads goal of 200 for the rest of the year, just trying to be positive, I guess. I'm like 14 books away from that right now, so there's a good chance, you know, I will have time since I have nothing really else to do, but I haven't actually even really been doing too much reading because I've been working on some side projects, which I will mention later on. And so first of all, this is a sponsored video. Thankfully, you know, I can rely on Anna Luisa, even though I'm unemployed. And they were kind enough to sponsor this video and send me 3 pieces of jewelry to share and wear and share with you guys. They're having their holiday sale right now, and I know I don't personally celebrate the holidays myself, but I will always take advantage of a good sale, and I really love Anna Luisa's jewelry. You guys are probably familiar, I've worked with them for a couple of other sponsored videos in the past, and so it was just like perfect timing that they reached out again, and I just really love their jewelry. I've been wearing specifically like the earrings like almost every day just in my day-to-day life. The pieces that I'm wearing right now, there are the dog tag necklace set, which I've been wanting a dog tag necklace for forever. So that worked out really perfectly. And I love cuff earrings, but I'm always losing them. So I have this one here. This is the minimalist ear cuff in Luca, as well as I love earrings that kind of look like they have 2 or 3 earrings on the same backing. So this is the double hoop earrings in Toda. Let me try and get closer so you guys can see. Hopefully that is going to focus for you guys, but I really love the quality of their jewelry, and I definitely wouldn't recommend it unless I did. I love the quality of their pieces, the fact that they are very trying to be like a sustainable brand, which I think is also important as well, and they have like really affordable price points as well, as well as like always having certain sales and stuff. So I'll leave a link down below if you guys want to check out their sale, and let's get on to the books. So for my 2021 reading plans, I feel like I don't have a ton of set plans so much. I have things I like to do, but you know, you only can plan so much, as 2020 has shown us, for the following year, the following week, the following day. So I'm just taking it a month at a time. So this year I'm on track to probably read 200 books in 1 year, and I've never in my life read that many books all at once, so that is crazy to me. So I think for next year though, I want to focus more on necessarily quality more than quantity, because even when I read so many books, I feel like I read them too fast and they don't stick in my head, and I forget them easily because I have so many, and like my memory can only hold so much at one time. So I'm gonna leave my Goodreads goal at 100 for next year. I think that's very doable for me between audiobooks and stuff, and I really want to work on getting my physical TBR down. That's another goal of mine. But back onto, for a second, the Goodreads goal. So I'm 14 books away from hitting 200 for this year, and I think what I want to do, because I'm like 5 or 6 books behind, is next week I want to do a 24-hour reading vlog and try to complete like 5 books in 1 day or something, like some just like short books, and see if I can put myself back on track to finish within the last 2 weeks of the year. My reading, which shouldn't be an issue because, like I mentioned in the first part of this video, I am now unemployed again, so I will have plenty of time to read. Before we get into the next couple of goals that I have, I wanted to talk to you guys about 2 projects that I have been working on over the past week, which is also a reason why I haven't really uploaded in this past week, even though I have had more free time. And one of them is I started a Depop shop. So I've had all these stuff set aside that I wanted to sell in the past, but I haven't had time, you know, just like older clothes and old books. I was going to take my books to Half Price Books, which is where I typically take my books to when I'm trying to get rid of them and declutter. But with COVID and everything, their buyback system has kind of changed, and I decided, you know, I would try doing Depop because I feel like I could get more money for my books going through a site like that than used bookstores. They typically, you know, they can't afford to really give you too much for your books. So I'm going to leave the link down below if you guys want to check out some of the books that I'm selling. I've already sold, I think, like 4 or 5 so far, which is awesome, and I just really appreciate it because, like I said, I'm unemployed right now, so I'm just trying to figure out ways to kind of just supplement my income, because who knows when California is going to be back off of lockdown again. They say 3 weeks, but I honestly don't believe them. And then the other project that I'm working on is I started an Instagram account. It's called Reading with Mo. It's just the same as my YouTube username here, and it's all going to be about books. So I have a personal Instagram account already. It's called Life with Mo, and I kind of was posting book stuff there, but I always felt weird about posting book stuff because I don't want to, like, I know a lot of those people who follow me on there aren't there for book content, so I don't want to like overwhelm and be like annoying about book posts, but like I want to post about books every day. So I decided to make a specific account just for that, so that I could people know what they're getting into when they're following me on that account. Like, it's just going to be all about books, and I'm really excited because it's something I've had in the back of my mind that I've wanted to do for a while. I just haven't had the time to set it up. So like I said, I'm just trying to take advantage of all the free time that I'm having right now. So as far as like my goals for next year, I want to continue to like working on my Depop, and I really want to work on building up my Bookstagram's presence on Instagram, and I'm really looking forward to both of those projects because they're two things that I've, like I said, just they've been sitting on the back burner for so long. Now another goal for next year is I want to work on getting my physical TBR down. So I have quite a few books. Right now I think I've read somewhere around like 60% of the books that I own. I currently have, I think I wrote down, I have around like 270 books on my shelves that I have not read, which I know for some people is gonna sound like so crazy and unnecessary, but if you think about it, like I read almost 200 books this year, so having that many books is kind of like having like enough supply of books for like a year and a half, which still is not necessary. So I want to work on getting that down. So if I can get it down as close as I can to like 100, I'll be happy with that for next year. But it's something I've already been actively working on, especially like this last half of the year. So I just feel like I'm gonna keep that momentum up for next year as well. Something that I was really not good about doing this year, which I think might have been one of my goals, was to read more classics. Like I hardly read any classics, I feel like, this year, or at least not anywhere as near as many as I was wanting to. I know at the beginning of the year I had made I made 3 separate videos. One was 12 classics I wanted to read in 2020, one was 12 nonfiction, and one was 12 mystery thrillers. I think there are 12 now, something like that. And I was looking back on them because I was thinking about doing, you know, follow-up videos, and I don't think I read any of the classics that were on that list. And the one that I did make the most progress on was the mystery thrillers. I've actually read every one on that list, and I'm currently reading like the last one, and then I'll have completely finished that list. So at least of the 3 I got through that, and I think the nonfiction one I maybe did like half of it. But yeah, as far as the classics, that one was just like a super fail, so I'm not even gonna attempt to make a video like that for next year. I'm just gonna try and incorporate more classics, but I think just also my headspace wasn't in a good space for reading classics this year because they just require so much more concentration and focus than reading just like your regular fiction, mystery, whatever type of book. Also, I want to work on reading a more series of books next year. I think I've made some good progress starting on that, like kind of in the latter half of this year, but I have this whole small bookshelf here, which eventually I would like to do a bookshelf tour of, specifically of my series that I own. But yeah, I want to get some of them off of there by reading them. So that's one thing I want to work on next year, is getting more into book series. And also I think it would be fun to read more books in translation. Like I feel like lately I have been reading a few, but I can always read more because, you know, I don't want all of my reading to be based off of just like US and European and like Canadian experiences, but, you know, reading outside and more diversely that way as well. As far as readathons for next year, I'm not sure what ones I'm planning on participating in yet, but there is one that I'm for sure going to be participating in, and that is run by Kayla at Books and Lala. She's doing the Buzzwordathon, where every month there is a different word or theme, and then everybody reads books kind of centered around that. So I was thinking I would use that as a way to kind of work on getting my physical TBR down. So the first week of every month, I'm going to be reading, so what I plan on doing is the first week of every month, I'm going to choose 3 books that go along with either the word prompt or theme and try to complete them in that week time frame. And I'm going to choose just exclusively books that I already own, as much as I can, unless I just don't own anything physically that could count for that specific word or theme. But you guys will definitely see more of that. I will be including them in my TBR videos, so I think it'll probably make sense more when I post my January TBR, because I can't remember what the theme for January is off the top of my head right now. So I think that's it as far as my reading plans for next year. Lastly, I guess we could go over my channel, like if I have any reading goals, but I don't even necessarily have any like channel goals. My goal is just what it always is, which I fail at a lot of the times, is trying to post 2 videos a week. Even if it was just once a week consistently for the whole of 2021, I would be happy. But ideally, I would like to be doing 2 videos a week, but you know, sometimes I just get really lazy to pull out my camera, make myself presentable, and record videos for you guys. I do enjoy making book videos, sharing my reading and stuff with you guys, so that's something I definitely just want to continue doing in the year of 2021, which is crazy to think about because I was just thinking it the other day. So I just recently turned 27, so I only have 3 years left of reading, and I was just thinking to myself, you know, like what books do I want to read in the last part of my 20s? And then I stopped thinking about it because I feel like that was just too much pressure to think about it that way. Like, what are the last books I want to read in my 20s? And then it was just too much, so I need to not think about it in that way at all. So those are all my reading plans for 2021. Like this year has showed, it could change at any moment, so if I decide to take away some of these goals or add to them, I will definitely be doing that throughout the year. Nothing is set in stone, and I just want to continue reading as long as I read. That's honestly the only goal that matters to me. Well, thanks for watching this video. Comment down below, let me know if you guys have any reading goals yourself. Thanks again to Anna Luisa for sponsoring this video, and don't forget to check out my Depop and my Bookstagram if you want to give those a follow and check out what I have on there. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!